Have you ever wondered why, in this world filled with busyness and hustle, we cannot find peace within ourselves? Could it be because we are always chasing after everything, from the approval of others to love and closure? In fact, in today's modern life, we have become accustomed to chasing after all sorts of things. Likes, replies, even people who have already turned their backs on us. And then we call it love, we call it effort. But what if I told you that all these things are just an illusion, a trap we have created for ourselves? Have we ever thought that perhaps it is this never-ending chase that keeps us from finding true peace? Buddhism teaches us, peace comes from within. Do not seek it outside. So what if for just a brief moment we stop chasing everything external and instead start seeking peace within ourselves? Can we begin to change our perspective on life? Let's explore this new perspective through Buddhist teachings. Perhaps the love we are seeking from others is really the love we have forgotten to give ourselves. Why do we chase after others? The answer often starts in those quiet moments when our self-worth seems shaky. We long for a message, a glance, a response, anything to prove that we matter. And when those things don't come, we panic. We begin to reach out, to chase. But Buddhism teaches us that this craving is born from attachment, or upadana. We become attached to the idea of love. We become attached to outcomes. We become attached to people, thinking they will complete the parts of us we don't accept. And that's why Buddhism says the root of suffering is attachment. Imagine a person constantly refreshing their phone, hoping for a message from someone who barely thinks of them. That's not love. It's self-abandonment disguised as affection. Attachment says, I need you to be okay. But peace says, even if you go, I will still be whole. We often believe that if only we could make them stay, if they would just love us back, then we would finally have peace. But that belief is a trap. From a Buddhist perspective, it's an illusion. The illusion that something or someone outside of us can bring us permanent happiness. But everything outside is impermanent. People leave, words fade, and feelings change. Buddhism reminds us that nothing is forever except change. When we base our peace on something unstable, we sign up for suffering. And that's why we must return inward to seek peace. Not in someone else's arms, but in our own breath. When we stop chasing people, something extraordinary begins to unfold. We don't collapse, we rise. Stillness replaces anxiety. Clarity replaces confusion. Peace replaces chaos. Detachment in the Buddhist sense is not coldness. It is warmth without dependency. It is love with open hands. A peaceful person becomes like a still pond. Even if a storm passes, the water returns to stillness. And when we radiate that stillness, the right souls are drawn in, not by force, but by harmony. You stop attracting drama and you begin attracting depth. Why? Because peaceful energy is magnetic. As we've discussed, peace doesn't come from clinging or holding on to something outside of ourselves. So how can we let go and truly find serenity? Let me share with you an old story that I believe will help you understand this better. There was once a man clinging tightly to a thick rope. At the end of the rope was someone he loved, but they were walking away. He held tighter, thinking, if I just try harder, if I don't let go, they'll come back. But the rope was soaked in fire and it burned his palms. His skin blistered and still he held on, until one day the pain outweighed the hope and with trembling hands he let go. He expected to fall apart, but instead he fell into peace. This story reminds us that sometimes letting go isn't weakness, it's the highest form of self-respect. Because peace isn't found in the grip, it's found in the release. Think of someone who constantly chases replies. They send a message, no reply. Another long silence. They replay every word, wondering what went wrong. But from the Buddhist view, this is suffering caused by craving or tanha. We crave attention to fill the void, but that void is not meant to be filled by someone else. It's meant to be understood by you. Once we stop craving that text, that reply, that validation, we begin to ask better questions. Why do I need them to make me feel worthy? Can I sit with myself and feel whole even in silence? And in that space, healing begins. So how can we stop chasing and start cultivating peace? Here are a few gentle practices rooted in Buddhist mindfulness. First, observe your cravings. When you feel the urge to reach out, to win someone back, or to make someone stay, pause. Sit with that feeling. Let it rise like a wave without reacting. Don't judge yourself, just observe. See your craving as a passing cloud, not a permanent truth. As the Buddha once said, craving is the root of suffering. Awareness is the first step toward liberation. Second, practice daily detachment. Each day, whisper a simple mantra to your soul. I release what's not meant for me. Say it when you wake up, when you feel the ache, or when you're tempted to cling. Over time, this soft repetition becomes a kind of inner reprogramming, reminding you that you don't need to hold on to what wants to go. You're not losing peace, you're making space for it. Third, spend time in solitude. Peace isn't found in the noise of the crowd or the chaos of connection. It's cultivated in stillness. In early morning walks, deep mindful breaths, and those quiet moments when the world softens and your heart feels enough. Solitude is not loneliness. It's the sacred space where you meet yourself fully. And in that meeting, you find home for yourself. Finally, love others without expectation. Love them, support them, be kind, yes, but don't make their response your reward. When we tie our peace to other people's behavior, we set ourselves up for suffering. True peace is found in giving freely and letting go gracefully. So when you begin to let go of what doesn't belong to you and find peace within yourself, what will happen next? Let's continue to explore the next steps on this journey. We've talked about how peace isn't found in clinging to others or chasing after things outside of ourselves. But how do we truly practice this? How do we embody the kind of love that sets us free? Let's dive deeper into these transformative practices. The Buddha once said, "If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete." This simple yet profound statement reminds us that true compassion begins within. We often give to others, but how often do we give to ourselves? In our relationships, in our pursuit of love, we may pour everything we have into someone else, leaving ourselves empty. But here's the secret. True love, the kind that truly sets us free, comes from giving and then releasing. Giving without attachment, without expectation. This is love that doesn't bind us, but frees us. Now let's talk about something that can help us on this journey. Journaling. The Buddha taught that we should look inward to understand the root of our suffering. One of the most effective ways to do this is to journal your emotional triggers. Whenever you feel that pull to chase, that urge to reach out or hold on, pause. Take a moment and write down what just happened. What did you feel? What belief was triggered in you? Often it's not about the other person at all. It's about something deeper, something beneath the surface, a wound, a fear, a belief that you're unworthy, unloved, or unseen. By writing down your feelings, you begin to witness the root of your pain, the wound that has been influencing your behavior, and only by acknowledging it can you begin to heal it. These practices aren't about numbing your heart or shutting it down. No, they are about restoring balance. They are about finding peace within yourself, not by pushing others away, but by staying grounded in who you truly are. By not losing yourself when others leave. Here's the truth that many of us forget. People may come and go. Some will love you and others will forget you. But peace is yours to keep. The Buddha said, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. So stop waiting for someone else to give you peace. Be the one who creates it, protects it, and lives by it. Let others walk their path, while you walk yours with calm steps, steady breath, and an open heart. Because when you stop chasing people and start chasing peace, you'll realize something remarkable. The right ones were never running away from you. They were waiting for you to come home to yourself. The people who truly belong in your life are not the ones who require chasing. They are the ones who are waiting patiently, ready to walk beside you once you find peace within. If this message has touched something inside you, take a moment to pause. Breathe deeply. Let this be your moment to return to yourself. If you found value in this reflection, make sure to subscribe for more insights like this. And if you know someone who's been chasing after someone else, remind them that peace is what they truly need. Share this video and let's help more people find their way back to themselves. Until next time, may you be happy, may you be free, and may you be at peace.